Welcome to the Live Out Loud Show. I'm your host, Brooke Thomas. Each week, I'll be bringing you powerful interviews and on-the-go inspo to help you take your life, business, and faith to the next level. Get ready to rise up and live out loud. Let's get started. Today, we are talking about your money mindset. That's right, money mindset. That's always been a hot topic in my masterminds that I lead and even in my network marketing business, having the right money mindset. And I want you to get an upgrade today on this because it's important. Money is our currency. And I believe that we need to get comfortable talking about it. I want you to want to make your money matter. Here are a few questions I want to kick off this episode with. Number one, I just really want you to think about this. How much money do you want to make this year? Really think about that. Do you have it mapped out? Do you know what you made last year? Do you know what you want to make this year? How much money do you want to give away? That's the second question. Have you thought about that? How much money do you really want to give away? Do you have giving goals? Have you ever thought about multiplying your money so much that you can choose to live off of just 40% of it? That's my goal with Brett. I've heard people before say, they tithe 10% and then they end up living off 10%. And I want to be super realistic with, everything that we want to do in this life and our lifestyle and everything that we want to do to give. And Brett and I, our goal is to live off of 40% of our income. And we're getting pretty close to what it is that we desire in this life and how we want to live and to be able to live off 40% of our income and give the rest of it away. So let me ask you the most important question after hearing these other questions. How do those questions make you feel? Seriously, I know I'm asking questions that feel a little uncomfortable maybe or a little invasive, and I'm just asking you how those questions make you feel. Because I believe as women, we need to get more comfortable talking about money. And if you work hard, money is not shameful. In fact, it can help you do great things. We need to understand how to make it work for us. I had several sessions at my recent Live Out Loud live event that talked about financial intelligence and what that means. I really want you to think about what story you're telling yourself about money. And today, I want to talk to you about upgrading your money mindset. How you think about money and finances, it is so powerful. It can either restrict you or it can make you turn into a wildly successful, generous, amazing person. So it's what you choose to do with it. It can truly restrict you just into living the life that maybe you think you're meant to live and never having enough, or it can truly help you to be able to do and give whatever it is that you have always desired in your heart. So let's dig into that. Your money mindset is the way you think about spending, saving, and what you consider to be comfortable or successful. That mindset impacts all the decisions you make about money. If your goal is to pay your bills, have a little emergency fund, and stash away something for retirement, that's what you're likely to achieve. And that's great. But that might be like what your parents did. And maybe that's why you think that that's it. Or maybe that's what you were taught success looks like. But what if your goal is to increase your income to 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures, whatever those figures are? And I'm not just talking figures to talk figures. I'm talking like, why would you want to make those figures? Why do you want to make more? What would it look like to make your money matter? What if you decided you wanted to double what you put into your savings? What if you decided that you actually wanted to have experiences with your family or yourself and go visit places around the world that you would never, ever, ever be able to do if you didn't have any money? Or maybe you want to buy a second home. Maybe you actually want to change an entire industry or culture or neighborhood or whatever it is, fill in the blank. A lot of times that takes money, most of the time, I should say, or all of the time, unless somebody's handing it to you, right? Which doesn't really happen that often. The only thing holding you back, I just want to encourage you, is that it's your money mindset. How do you upgrade that though, right? It's like, okay, I know that I desire that. Again, whatever it is that you desire, it's there for a reason. And when you become a generous giver and you really are able to do what you desire to do in your heart, life does change. It shifts and you can help so many more people. I always say, are you really excited and proud to give somebody $20 when they're in need, or a single mom, or somebody that's really struggling? Or would you be excited to give them $20,000 or $200,000 to a community? Ladies, the Live Out Loud one-day event is coming to Dallas, Texas on April 23rd, and you do not want to miss it. We're taking over the stunning ballroom at the Swexon Hotel for a full day of bold faith, kingdom strategy, powerful community, and high-level conversations that will absolutely activate your vision for 2026 and beyond. If you've been looking for clarity, connection, and fresh momentum for what God's calling you to build, this is your day. Tickets are limited and this event will sell out. Go to brookethomas.com/Dallas to grab your seat now. And I cannot wait to see you there. So here are 5 things that can get you to that upgraded mindset. First, keep the past in the past. Do not get hung up on any mistakes that you've made or bad advice that you've been given. Maybe there was a time in your life when you couldn't make ends meet, but you're past that now. Give yourself the grace to move on. And remember, if you're there right now, still give yourself the grace to move on. Next, set big goals for yourself. Huge, gigantic goals, and write them down. This is so important that you track what it is that you want and why. Write it down. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision down, make it plain on the tablets. It's either 2:2 or 2:3, but I like 2:2 and 2:3 because the other one is that this is your appointed time, and you've got to believe that. Number 3, make yourself a roadmap. If you don't have a destination in your GPS, you'll just wander aimlessly. If you have a clearly defined target, all you have to do is take the right turns. Choose to have confidence in yourself. This is number 4. Believe your wildest dreams will come true. Get your hopes up. What's the other option? Getting them down? So I want you to believe and have confidence in yourself. And lastly, give to those in need. Be generous. You might think, what does giving money away have to do with it? Well, a lot. When you have enough money to give some of it, or even a lot of it, to those less fortunate, it is so freeing. It will help you go to another level in many, many areas of your life. It's the most rewarding thing that you could ever do. If you've ever been scared about not having enough money, hesitant to spend or invest, getting to a place where you feel comfortable giving takes your money mindset to a whole nother level. And so in Proverbs 11:25, it says, a generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. Once you've taken the steps to upgrade your money mindset, you'll feel powerful and in control of your own destiny. So, what are you going to do today to upgrade your money mindset? What really sticks out for you to be able to apply your next move so that you can believe in what it is that you're here to do, the impact that you're here to make, and what you're supposed to maybe fund for yourself or somebody else or something else that's super important and valuable on this earth? And that wraps up another episode of the Live Out Loud Show. My goal is to give you inspo on the go and a weekly dose of encouragement to ignite the passion inside of you so that you can live your best life out loud. If you loved what you heard today, plan on meeting me here every single week. And I would be forever grateful if you would just take 30 seconds and leave a 5-star review. In the meantime, go on over to Facebook, join our group there. It's called the Live Out Loud Tribe, or head over to brookethomas.com and sign up to have more inspiration delivered straight to your inbox.